Cyberpunk 2077, the greatest redemption story of our time, is getting a sequel if you did not know. Orion. And we have some good news.
First and foremost, starting out with the official press release from CD Projekt Red. And this is really cool news because it says this right here that they have announced several high-profile additions to the team working on Project Orion, which of course is the code name for the Cyberpunk sequel. If we scroll down here, it says that it's in early stages of development with studio veterans previously involved in Cyberpunk 2077 and of course Phantom Liberty. This gives me such a sigh of relief. It looks
Now. So, you see, the problem with CDPR Red is the fact that 1 year ago, roughly, they officially said they're going woke. And, yeah, we're talking about serious woke. We're talking about the classic ESG scores and needing to have at least 12 purple-headed creatures in your lineup, making decisions about strong, independent family characters that need no man. So, as exciting as Orion honestly is, it also could be the end of CDPR Red. Because previously, they were just a Polish developer, whatever that means. And, well, then they decided to go to North America, aka Canada, Canada, to Toronto. Okay, there's no way to funnily make Cuck in Toronto work, so you get the point in any case. Yeah, they're opening an office there, so, you know, that means that everyone working there instantaneously every month gets asked, do you want to end yourself, because that's legal in Canada, and then have your organs harvested and probably sent to Dubai or something. Canada, boys, what a time to be alive. Free healthcare systems, they said. It's gonna work, they said. Well, it does if no one gets sick, but when everyone gets sick, congratulations! Government-approved euthanasia. What a time to be alive. And, obviously, America, the American states of America. Oh yeah, they're opening places there. And it's, I think it's, what was it? New York or California, I think, one of those places. In any case, yeah, it's gonna be as woke as it can be. So, potentially, hey, Cyberpunk 2077, the greatest redemption story ever. Orion, the most typical go woke, go broke story. Now, hopefully that doesn't happen, obviously, right? But there is a chance. The Witcher remake now will be also the game remake, not the movie remake. The movie's already as woke as it can be. Anyway, the game remake of the old Witcher games is also going to be adopted to modern audiences. So that's already going woke, as we know. So, yeah, a lot of bad things. A lot of really, really dangerous things happening with CDPR Red. So, you know, we can hope. We can only hope, honestly.
Looks like Cyberpunk Orion is in very, very good hands. I'm so glad to see that there are veterans, so many veterans from CD Projekt Red taking the helm here. But joining the
yeah, who are going to be turned into genderless abominations. It is what it is.
A team are veterans from AAA projects. We have Dan Hernberg, who is from, of course, previously head of productions at Amazon Games, and he's been a part of...
That sounds horrible. Amazon the guys who brought us... Did they bring us Anthem? Well, in any case, they brought us New World, baby. 300 million disaster? Yeah. I mean, Amazon Games also brought us Harry Potter Legacies, but, well, not Hogwarts Legacies, I'm sorry, J.K. Rowling, please step on me, mommy, or, you know, make me a slave. I really would like that, not gonna... She's the greatest MILF there is. It is what it is. Anyway, yeah, head of Amazon Games. Wait, I wonder which head of Amazon Games, because I remember when Amazon Games first became a thing and they started working on New World, Jeff Bezos personally just put a guy in charge of the gaming who didn't even know what computer games were. He was just a numbers guy. one of the reasons New World was such a disaster was because they just, for all the leading positions, for the leading roles in decision making, they took people who didn't even know what gaming was. They just took numbers people, financists and whatnot. So yeah, hearing that someone from Amazon Games is gonna be working on the Orion is making me really not feel like it.
Of a bunch of other stuff as well. Ryan Bernard, that name sounds so familiar to me because I used to cover a little game called Tom Clancy's The Division. So yeah, he's
Massive Entertainment and Ubisoft, as well as game director at Hitman developer IO Interactive. He will... Okay. So, Ubisoft. It just gets worse, doesn't it? I mean, Amazon Games is one thing, but Ubisoft has not been relevant for, I don't know, since the second Assassin's Creed came out. And now they're on the 27th iteration of Assassin's Creed. And there's this game called Black Flag that's coming out that's going to be a disaster. Oh boy. I mean, they're really amassing a lineup of true blue champions here. It's going to be great.
He's from Ubisoft, massive. So he's really going to bring his expertise in here as well. But he also was gameplay director at Hitman developer IO Interactive. Let's keep going here, shall we? We also have Alan Villana, who is also entering Project Orion as engineering
Villani, I think.
Director, having previously lent his technical expertise as VP of technology on various WB game products as well. So yeah, including
Mortal Kombat.
The technical direction, I should say, on several Mortal Kombat titles.
Okay, maybe.
Hey, who knows? Maybe we'll see some more violent finishing moves in Cyberpunk Orion. You never know. Or more like melee-centric combat, at least having that more of an option. We did see that with Phantom Liberty, so maybe they'll like double down on this sort of thing with, of course, Cyberpunk Orion, or at least give more player options with gameplay. Hey, you never know. Now, I think a lot of you guys know that a game like Cyberpunk very much has that single-player narrative experience, lives or dies based on its writing. So let's take a look at who is joining the team as the lead writer. Check it out. Right.
Please be someone from Starfield. That would be the perfect package. Please be someone for Starfield.
Here it goes on to say this. So we have Anna Miguel is joining the team, and she's going to be Project Orion's lead writer, and she has contributed to, of course, Control, Dishonored franchise.
Dishonored, Death of the Outsider was the weaker Dishonored. No, Dishonored, really good game by the way and whatnot. But Death of the Outsider, Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. Award-winning game writer. Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. And Guild Wars 2. I don't know. Guild Wars 2 was 50 billion years ago, where she probably didn't do anything. And upcoming Fable. Dude, this is gonna... So, before watching this video, I was thinking, what's gonna be the title of this? Cyberpunk 2070 sequel Orion will be amazing. I'm currently actually probably just gonna call it Cyberpunk 2077 Dead Orion is woke garbage. Probably something along those lines. Bruh, Fable. We're talking about the... You can't make this up. Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora and Fable, okay? Dishonored, Death of the Outsider was also how many years ago? And Guild Wars 2, 1 billion years ago at this point, right? And I don't even know what this is. So, yeah, just the fact that she's working for Fable for story writing, and Fable's gonna flop. It's gonna be an absolute unhinged disaster. The main character in Fable is a self-insert of an ugly writer. Yeah, I'm not even joking. And Frontiers of Pandora is a joke because the Blue Smurfs are a joke.
Avatar, Frontiers of Pandora, Guild Wars 2, and even the upcoming Fable game, which is saying
arguably someone who did work at Starfield would actually do a better job than whatever this is gonna end up being.
something. By the way, I'm just going to interject here. I cannot freaking wait for the brand new Fable game from Playground Studios, the guys that bring us, you know, the Forza Horizon franchise. Here to see what they can do with an open world RPG, but their stuff
We already know what they can do. They can completely botch it up.
is just brilliant. Anyway, yeah, excited for that one. But also, I love Control. I loved the multi-layered storytelling with Control and the mystery with it. And honestly, some of the confusion that goes with some of the storytelling with that mystery, because it's like a constant carrot stick. I'm kind of curious to see if they're going to take that type of mentality with, of course, Cyberpunk. I could see them doing a lot more, you know, psychological cyberpunk type stuff on the dark web side of things. Yeah, really get into that sort of experience with Cyberpunk. Now we also have Alexander Freed, who is joining the team as well, the writing team, I should say. He's a New York Times best-selling novelist.
Oh boy, I can become a New York Times best-selling novelist if I don't even... You can buy your own book and become a New York Times best-selling novelist, by the way. That's literally how people do it. Rich people become New York Times best-selling novelists because they just make some shitty book, sell it, and buy 1,000 copies of it themselves. It's a joke.
Narrative designer and comic book writer with over 15 years of game writing experience, and has previously worked as lead writer at BioWare, among
Old
other
Republic.
titles, including Star Wars: The Old Republic. So I think a lot of you guys will be excited about.
Wait, what do you mean? Wait, you didn't finish it. Okay, again, Star Wars The Old Republic. People are probably going to be hyped about this, but dude, Star Wars The Old Republic was how many years ago? Decades at this point. He was also a writer and consultant for various major studios, including DICE, Obsidian Entertainment, okay, Wizards of the Coast, and 20th Century Fox Games Division, Fox Next. None of this. Okay, so this guy just doesn't sound impressive at all. Old Republic, okay, sure, but again, decades ago, my dude.
So I think a lot of you guys will be excited about that one as well. So yeah, you know, a lot going on here with this brand new
I mean, there definitely is a lot going on here, but I don't know if I'm happy with that.
project. But that's not all. You know, I started digging into this a little bit more. I went to the official CD Projekt Red website and dug into the job listing. I'm like, have they updated any of the job listings here? And yes, guess what? They absolutely did. They're already posting job listings for Orion. This previously was empty, but they are in full hiring mode right now. They want to get this going immediately, it seems. And you can see that this is definitely in its infancy. They have a long, long way to go with, of course, Cyberpunk Orion. So yeah, it's definitely going to be quite a process, and it's years down the road. Now, also on the side of job listings at CDPR, I did want to note this right here, that yeah, they got tons of projects going on here, including Polaris, which of course is the brand new next-gen Witcher game, which is going to be...
Oh, was that Polaris? Well, it's gonna be
the start up of a new Witcher saga, a trilogy. It's not considered The Witcher 4, by the way. They're very much like, hey, this is not The Witcher 4. This is a brand new thing. It is the start of a new trilogy, and it is going to be a AAA next-gen experience. And I think it is going to be a launch title for, well, not necessarily a launch title, but it will be premiering on, I believe, the next-gen consoles like PS6, the next Xbox, what have you. Now, we also have some comments here from the joint CEO of CD Projekt Red. So yeah, let's see what he had to say here. Let's hop on over to X. I still like calling it Twitter, but I should start calling it X at this point. Now, it says this whole exclusivity or not industry gossip and chatter of today makes me happy it's not my headache. CD Projekt Red games are and will continue to be platform agnostic. We love the fact you play the games we made. It's up to you to choose your playground. CD Projekt
Okay, good.
Project Red, they are standing their ground. They're saying, hey, we are not going Xbox only or, PlayStation only. You do not have to worry. You're going to be able to play on whatever platform you want to play on. And from what I've heard with rumors, they have been offered.
Well, considering Cyberpunk 2077 can't even be played on a console because consoles are just too shit. Well, you only have, honestly, one choice where to play your game, unless you just want to spend money on nothing. So, it is what it is.
Some money, or at least have been in talks about that, and they every single time have said, hey, you know what? We're CDPR. We would be the ones doing the acquiring in the future. That's their mentality, and I gotta say, I love it. Now, of course, when it comes to partnerships, they're very open to those. They are in partnership with Epic Games. They're in some sort of 50% partnership, and I'm curious to see what that leads to. Very, very curious. I think that hasn't fully developed yet. But I think
this is the same clip looping again.
that's going to be developing in the...
Yeah, we saw this. He will jump up here, and then he's going to dash in that direction, and two people are going to run.
The next 5 to 10 years. That's like a long-term thing. Because Epic Games, they have some stuff hidden up their sleeve.
2. Dude, this is what our boy Open World Games does, by the way. When there were a lot of Starfield videos coming out, and I loved them. We watched a bunch of his videos, and he did the same thing. It was like just the same Starfield footage, just over and over and over again, to the point where I just knew what's gonna happen in the video footage, because it's just, you have seen it already 5 times. I mean, this is the same exact. This is the same exact footage we already saw in this video one time. That's kind of hilarious.
Please trust me, they're gonna do some crazy stuff here in the future. Now, we also got to talk about Cyberpunk 2077. What is going on with this one? So we have this right here. Let's take a look, shall we? So it says this: Cyberpunk can't help but keep adding things. This time, car paint jobs. So if you missed it, yeah, there was a recent update, somewhat recent update, where they did add some car paint customization options for certain brands of vehicles in the game. And they did do some fixes and adjustments with the game as well. And, in my opinion, it seems like they want to continue offering like these surprise updates for Cyberpunk 2077 going forward. We saw that happening with even like The Witcher 3.
Yeah, it makes sense. They know how important it is to get good press. And, they just continue to extend the goodwill. And if Orion ends up being a Vogue disaster, well, at least they have some goodwill to burn.
3, and yes, The Witcher 3 is actually getting mod support in 2024. That's how devoted CD Projekt Red is to their franchise. That's why I really appreciate this company. They just don't give up, even if they do screw up, like the launch of 2077. They seem to do like everything in their power to make it right. Now, we got to talk about the Witcher franchise because there's a lot of stuff going on with this one. Now, with the Witcher remake here, it says the Witcher remake devs not afraid to remove aspects which are bad, outdated, and need to be remade. Yeah, but
oh yeah, that's the Vogue stuff.
The CEO of Fool's Theory had some words here about the Witcher remake. He says, first and foremost, we need an honest, down-to-earth analysis of which parts are simply bad, outdated, and need to be remade. Now, he also said simultaneously we'll be highlighting the parts that are great, should be retained, or are direct key pillars that can't be discarded. So they're not going in there and changing the game completely. They know at the core, I think, that the story is everything, and that they're really going...
Nah, it is. This is, by the way, fully woke. I know they're trying to masquerade a lot of these things and saying, "Oh, blah 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 blah," but no, this is literally about an ESG score. Yeah, because again, there's a literal video a year ago where you can see where their founders, their executives, and all the people that matter have like rainbow pins and talking about, "Yay, we love ESG money. I mean score." Ha 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 ha. It's going to be bad.
To make sure to highlight that with really, really good gameplay. Of course, the Witcher remake is older. I'm kind of curious to see if they dare throw in open worldish aspects to this one, because The Witcher 1 was definitely not open world. Maybe they'll do it like more like Metro Exodus or something with hub spaces. I don't know. That's me speculating, by the way. We'll have to see. But yeah, I'm kind of curious about this one because it's also going to be running on, of course, Unreal Engine 5. So it should be looking very, very sharp. And it would be really cool to see the start of Geralt's story, essentially, I guess you would say. Now, also, we have another update about the...
I think it's going to be about a strong, independent woman that needs no man and is infallible.
Witcher spin-off. But yeah, you don't...
What? It typically is. You know it's true. It typically is.
Have to worry about the Witcher franchise. Yes, we're still getting the core Witcher team working on what we want, which is the open world, single-player narrative experience, and that's what we're getting. But on the
a little bit of diversity
side, they have hired this brand new team, acquired them, and they're working on something that's entirely new. And here's the article right here. Goes on to say the following. It says, Witcher spin-off project Sirius has a new framework following development restart. And it seems...
Well, are you gonna say anything? Or you... What? How many more times we need to go through this, old man? Go woke. Nowadays is the only way. ESG scored BlackRock money, baby.
Seems like this...
By the way, BlackRock, I'm completely buyable, just so you know. Literally no morals are present in this body, unless it's the morals that you want me to embody. I mean, I'll do a lot for a decent amount of money. Not even a decent. For you, it's probably pennies on a dollar. I mean, I will shill as hard as it can. I will redefine the meaning of shilling BlackRock if you give me some of that money.
Project hit some road bumps, but CD Projekt Red, they're not willing to give up again. You know, a lot of people were saying, oh man, they're just going to cancel this game outright. No, I guess they sat with the development team, reworked the initial ideas around this game, and now the development is running smoothly according to CD Projekt Red. So that's good to know. It would be cool if we did perhaps get like a Witcher game that was cooperative. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's what they're potentially working on here because of the history of this development team that they have acquired. The development team has worked on some interesting project. You know, let me know what you guys would like to see. I could speculate and go on and on what this project might be, but I'm not going to get too speculative about it because I don't want to, like, you know, overhype anything. But I'm going to say it would be interesting to see some sort of cooperative game where you had your own Witchers. Each one of them had their strengths and weaknesses, and as a team, you kind of propped each other up.
Not happening.
As you faced off against, like, increasingly difficult monsters, which gave you rewards. We'll see if that's the game or not, but that's what I'm speculating on. Now, we also have your top comments from my
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyway, that was our boy, Open World Games. Oh boy, man. It's over, isn't it? Anyway, well, maybe I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong, good. I like being wrong with stuff like this. But again, with everything I have seen, with everything I have read about this, with this news about the people they are hiring, bro, all of those companies that they are hiring from are as woke as it comes. Like the Amazon shit's woke, Ubisoft is woke. Bro, I don't think they even have any people who have normal hair color in that company. It's a giant just mess. Anyway, this was Quizzer Sense, and thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and have a nice day. Bye bye.